It is the matchup you have all been waiting for, the 7 versus the 10 on the Sports IQ Showdown between two people who do not like each other in Alex Moretto and Joey Knish. It is yet another first round matchup here on the Sports IQ Showdown's ultimate NFL trivia bracket, where in the first 5 matchups so far, the higher seed has come through on all 5 occasions. But Joey Knish will be looking to change that today against a man he calls the Darren Ravel of the Hammer. And it's the two people that Rob Pizzola, CEO of the Hammer, has said that this hatred, this feud, it's not for clicks. It's not for comedy. It is very real. And these two, they do not like each other. So bragging rights are going to be on the line here, even more so than usual, as well as a second round matchup against Cleve TA. So let's find out who comes through and wins this one. It's time to meet the players. And the much anticipated matchup is here. It is Alex Moretto against Joey Knish. Alex in the top right of the screen. We spoke a bit off camera here, but this is one that you really cannot afford to lose, the bragging rights that are on the line here. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
I don't do great under pressure, so I've been able to take the pressure off myself a little bit because I'm playing with house money here. Like, if I lose, I can just, hey, I'm the director of content. What sells content-wise? Knish sells, right? We need Knish to do another one of these. If he goes through, I threw it. That's all that happened. That's all it is. So I took the pressure off. I'm feeling good. As long as we can avoid like some college stuff, I think, because he'll have a big edge, then I think I'll be all right.
That's what I'm worried about. It's going to be like, what Canadian player wore, say 84 for the Maple Leafs in, 1922, where like the stuff they talk, the crap that's on circles off every episode.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where the question banks were pulling these from, but hopefully a United States, game, not a Ontario-based game.
Well, I assure you, these are all NFL-based questions. You have nothing to fear in regards to the Toronto Maple Leafs being involved. But as far as which of these NFL questions are selected for the quiz, I have no control over that. It's completely randomized. And with that, let's find out. Hey, if you want, I have the full unedited video of me going through the randomizers. So just in case anybody ever does feel like I'm trying to put it one way or another, because potentially you may feel like that's the case for our first quiz. Let's get into it right now. And Alex wanted to avoid college stuff, and I laughed when this appeared on the randomizer because the first one is
wheelhouse.
College-based. And we have Joey Knish, co-host of the Hit the Books flagship channel, every Monday and Friday for
flagship, most subscribers of any program on the network. I don't know if people do that.
So we'll say our Hammer college expert here gets a college quiz with which college has sent the most players all time to the NFL. Reminder, this is a best 2 out of 3 as far as the quizzes are concerned, but for each individual quiz, our creators have 4 guesses each in this pool of 25 possible answers. Now, again, this is not the top 25. It's an assortment of 25 that our creators will have to rank as best as they can from 1 to 25. Obviously, you want the higher seeding, and the higher seeding, the more points you get. For the 1 seed, you would get 25 points. For the 25 seed, you would get just the 1 point, and increments of 1 point in the middle all the way till 13, the middle, where you would get 13 points, of course. So it's a snake draft format. It is a 50-50 on who gets to start as well. And in that 50-50, it was Joey Knish who does get the start for this one. So, Knish, your first pick. You've had a second to look over the board here. Feel free to take an extra one if you need. But who is going to be your first overall selection for this quiz?
So, I hate to give, Moretto some of the thought process here, but it'll be good for the show. I think you got to look at not only, who's relevant now, but who's been historically great on this list if we're going, all time. So a couple of these, up and coming programs like you'd say in Oregon and stuff, they weren't elite for a long period of time. So I think the program that's good now, that's also putting guys now, and for a lot of history, I think number 1, I'm going to go Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma is the first selection by Knish. Oklahoma are the best available. 25 points to start us off here. Strong start. And we go to Moretto. Moretto now has 2 selections back-to-back.
You're really putting the pressure on that. I took the pressure off. You put it right back on. So give me. I'm just looking through here. I mean, the logic makes a lot of sense, and I think, teams that kind of fit that. I get 2 guesses here, right?
2 in a row, yes. But well, you get 2, but they both count.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Nebraska.
Okay, the Cornhuskers are the second best available. Well done.
I mean, they produced so many NFLers for like a long stretch there. I'm gonna go with Miami as my other guess here.
All right, and Miami has them the third.
Okay.
So perfection from our creators thus far.
Hey, that's pretty good.
But Knish, with the top selection, does still have the advantage and 2 picks in a row now.
I think they don't have the longest history, but they've been. I'm gonna have to go. Give me Auburn.
All right, Auburn are ranked as the 8th highest on this list. So
okay.
a little,
I thought they'd be higher.
But it's another selection here, Knish.
The other one, give me Clemson.
All right,
that's what I was gonna
Clemson.
take.
I like this one, but they are 14.
Ooh, wow.
12 points. Only
Leaving the door open
for
here.
Knish. Yes, leaving the door
Jeez.
very open. So, Alex, these are your final 2 picks of the first leg here. You're only down by 8 points, however.
I was going Clemson, so you saved me from that one. Give me Pitt.
The rest of this group is
Yeah.
There's probably one more on the list that I would have selected. I thought would be in the top, but I'm going to be surprised at 4, 5, and 6.
Give me Pitt. Give me Pitt as one of them here.
Okay. We're going to Pittsburgh, and they are 5th.
Ooh,
So, a
okay.
big selection. And it puts you in position to wrap up the quiz, even with 1 pick remaining for Knish. You're up by 13.
All right, now I'm choosing between Purdue, UCLA, and Wisconsin. And I'm going to go with the history here from what I think is the team that has the history. Because I'm not as old as Knish, I'm not as old as Knish, so I don't know, here with the history for sure. But let's go with UCLA.
All right, UCLA. Is this enough to wrap it up in the first leg? UCLA is the best available.
That was going to be the selection there, the last one.
Woo.
And it renders Knish's final pick useless. But anyways, let's see what your final pick would have been, just to gauge the points.
Oh, just throw on there Washington.
All right, Washington are 7th.
Ooh.
But like I said, it does nothing to this one. Alex wraps it up 90-74. And that was the college one that maybe Knish had the advantage in. But let's go to our second quiz now, where it is do or die for Joey Knish. And we're going back to more traditional, I would say, NFL player-oriented quizzes. This one's going to be a bit more difficult, but you need to choose the players who have the most career regular season touchdowns through the 2022 season. So obviously not counting the current season that is ongoing, but everything before that is fair game. And once again, by the coin flip, it is Knish who is the leadoff. Now, this one, you've had a bit less time to have a look, so feel free to take a second here, but who is going to be your first selection?
I think it has to be just based on the guy played for like 1 billion years. I'll go Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I think he's number 1 of all time.
It was one of the two.
Yeah, I feel like he's number 1. And I think it'd be wide margin. But it is, yes, Jerry Rice, who is the best.
And Jerry Rice trying to tie. He does it. Jim Brown touchdown. He does it.
Available and was found once again by Knish. All right, Moretto, 2 in a row here. See if you can find the 2 and 3 as you did in round 1.
All right, well, I'm wearing the shirt, so I got to go Randy. I got to go Randy.
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
Okay.
He's got to be up
Moss
there. Yeah.
is number 3. So not
Okay.
the best available,
Okay.
but you can still have a perfect 2 here if you can find the second best.
Man, there's a lot of good names on this list, and then there's some guys like Arian Foster that I don't even know what he's doing up here.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
The guy went vegan after 3 years in the NFL. He was on my fantasy team for years, and he was always finding the end zone, put up monster seasons. I don't know if he had the longevity, but let's go with LT.
Okay.
Tomlinson.
We're going to LT for the most touchdowns. He was very, very bright for a while, and it does give him enough to go number 2 on the list. Well done by Alex. And our creators are perfect through 3 picks once again. All right, Knish, this is where you went off the rails a little bit in the first leg, so we need some strong picks here. You're back to back.
There's kind of 3 guys that I'm in between here. Give me Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates is the 5th seed. So a very good pick, but an opportunity to find number 4.
I'm between 2 here to see who it is. Oh, I will say, I don't know which one of these 2 guys should be ahead. Give me Larry Fitz.
Larry Fitzgerald, long career, and he is the 4th best.
There we
on
go.
the list, but the best available. Well done, guys. Perfect through 5.
That's
and
impressive. That's going to be tough now.
No room for error here, as Alex has his final 2 picks of the second leg.
I'm trying to like rule out some guys here.
The rest of this board is really.
This is. There's some names where you know that they probably aren't up there, but then there's like a cluster of like 8, 9 guys that could just be completely interchangeable.
All right, well, just for both of you to be aware, Antonio Gates, the 5th, is the lowest that we have selected is 116. So
116.
That's the range you're looking for. I'm
gonna go with some beast mode here. I think he had the longevity. He was, just a goal line. Towards the end of his career, he was basically just a goal line back. I think all he got were 1-yard carries. So let's go with Marshawn Lynch.
He got mostly 1-yard carries. One time he didn't, though.
And one time he didn't. Yeah.
It's number 7.
Number 7.
So not the best, but once again, you can find the best with your next pick here and put a lot of pressure on. So 1 pick left each. You're down by 2. So you cannot wrap it up here.
Okay.
Obviously, you could still win.
I feel like this could backfire a little, but I think, all those years with Tom, I think Gronk probably piled up enough to at least be like high enough here where like I'll put the pressure on him for his final guess. So I'm gonna go with Gronk.
Rob Gronkowski is the 8th seed here. So 93 touchdown for Gronk. That puts you in a very good position, especially being up after winning the first leg. So Knish, you are down here by, this is 16. And if you get the 6th seed, obviously you'd win with 20. But if you find the 10th, you tie. Anything better, the 9 or 6 is a win in leg number 2.
I am between Edge
talk us
and
through. You're the last pick. You talk us through.
Edge and Frank Gore would be the 2 that I am thinking, and they both. I think Frank had a longer career, but Edger and James was scoring so much. Give me Edge. He had
Edger and James. So 10th seed is a tie. 9 or 6 seed is the win that Knish needs to force a round number 3. Edger and James is 9th. So that is enough for Knish to win by 1 point.
Just enough, baby. Just enough.
Little premature. I think
Frank was the better guess.
I thought I had it.
The 17 is the amount of points scored, not the ranking. So it was just enough. You left the door slightly ajar, and it gave Knish the opportunity to force the round number 3. Wow. Excellent.
And well done, Frank Gore. Frank Gore was 6 there, too. So you were picking between the right 2 guys.
Yeah, so it didn't matter. Whichever one you chose. Great stuff. Guys, it's been very impressive so far. And we are now moving to the 3rd quiz, which is, I was a little upset to see, the very easiest quiz I think that Draft Party has available for the NFL. It is choosing the earliest regular season NFL MVP winners. So I'll be honest, if you mess up once, I think that will be enough to do you in, because I believe this is the most recent 25 MVPs as well. So first pick is important here. By the 50-50, it is Moretto who goes first. So
the earliest, Alex, as in like not oldest in their career, earliest as in like the oldest.
The least recent MVP out of all the players listed here.
Okay.
I
mean, why do they have Peyton Manning 5th time and Aaron Rodgers 4th time on there?
I'm going to go on the limb and say it's not the Manning 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
if we were playing with more people, or we were playing where you're using more answers than just 4, this stuff would come into play. Obviously, you wouldn't choose the later ones before, but in an event you're playing a very big quiz, that could be relevant.
I think I have to go here with Kurt Warner. I'm choosing between. Okay, I can't even say who I'm choosing
Kurt Warner,
between,
the first time, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Kurt Warner, third time.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the first time here for
Time,
Kurt.
Okay, Kurt Warner, the first time is the best answer. 1999, 25 points. Very well done. Okay, Knish, you are up here. 2 picks in a row.
This guy had to be forever ago. I don't know if he's number 2, but it's got to be up there. Give me because I don't even remember when it happened. Give me Rich Gannon.
Rich Gannon. Okay. Rich Gannon, let me find him, ends up as the 4th best available.
Okay.
2002.
That's what I was choosing between. All right.
But, Knish, you have another pick here looking for the second best option.
What year was that for Gannon? 2002, it says?
Yeah, so this is the most
2002.
recent 25. Spoiler.
Give me before. I'll go Steve McNair.
Steve McNair is the 5th best, 2003. So doors open here for Moretto to take advantage.
I feel like Marshall Faulk has to be pre-2002.
Okay, Marshall Faulk. Did you?
Okay.
Okay, well, I don't know if you confirmed that, but it was the best available.
It's
And the
okay. We
second
confirmed
seed,
it.
there
No,
you
we confirmed it. We confirmed it.
Okay.
I don't even remember Sean Alexander winning MVP. I mean, obviously he did if he's on this list, but I hate the Seahawks. Maybe I blocked that out. I don't think Warner. Maybe this is going to be stupid. I don't think Warner won it on Arizona. I'm pretty sure he was still in St. Louis when he won it, and he moved over there when pretty early. So I'll say Warner's second time.
Okay, Kurt Warner, the second time is the best available,
Ooh,
number
okay.
3, and has 23 points. So big advantages right now for Moretto. Knish, your final 2 picks of the do or die third quiz here.
Give me Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander is 8th, so not the best available. A solid pick
we're in
though,
trouble.
2005. And you are down by 11 points with 1 pick remaining each. So we need a home run here. We need the number 5 from you.
Give me LT.
LT is 06, so the number 9 seed, which leaves Moretto with a chance, a very big chance here.
How many points do I need?
This. You need just 7 points.
I mean, I'm gonna
the
take
19th seed or better.
I'm gonna take the coward's way out here because there's about 8 Peyton Mannings on the list. You know, the first one's gonna be enough to not be to not be below that. So I'm gonna go with Peyton Manning the first time. Yeah.
Mathematically, it is possible, but obviously, if you've been following Manning's career, he retired well before that. So the easy one is Peyton Manning, and I actually think this is the best available regardless. And it is
all right.
tied for number 5 as he was tied for MVP in 2003. But that wraps it up. Alex does get this one done on the Sports IQ Showdown. Let's get to our final screen.
What kind of question was this? What a joke.
Hey, that's what happens with the quiz. It's the randomizer wheel. And sometimes they suit you, sometimes they don't suit you. But ultimately, it is Alex moving on. Knish, this is obviously a victory that will be painful, and one that Alex, I'm sure, will bring up at every opportunity he can. How do you feel after this one? Where did it go
I
wrong?
mean, just totally illegitimate. Probably going to be requesting a recon and a replay. Don't believe it was random. And a lot of faults here in the process. So we'll have to look before we decide it's official or not. We might be re-recording.
You did get the college quiz. That suited. As soon as it happened, I even said college one for Knish. College NFL player might suit Knish a bit more. But regardless, Alex, you powered through, and I'll pull up the screen once again because I have to say this is one of the more impressive showdowns we've seen. You guys were all over the top of the board for each of these quizzes here. So 2 very, very good competitors. But regardless, Alex, the bragging rights that you now have, what are you going to do with these bragging rights?
I mean, look, I'm very humble in victory. I want to dedicate this one to my producer Jacob, because I know that, you know what, having to track down Knish for another recording session in a few weeks would have been a nightmare. I didn't want him to have to go through that, so you know I had to make sure that I got this done for him.
Company man, doing it.
Yeah, I'm a company man.
The production crew.
Perhaps it does make it a little bit easier on myself, but next week we are hoping to have Feinberg going up against Cam Stewart. That is the plan, to have that next week, because there are 2 first-round matchups remaining. The other one is going to be another producer at the Hammer, Jason, going against George Sophitis, G-Stack George. But the next matchup for Alex will be against Cleve TA in a little bit of time. So to keep up to date with all of our Sports IQ Showdown quizzes, you have to be subscribed to the Hammer HQ. And along with that subscription, you get our NFL watch parties on Thursday as well as Monday for those primetime games. Don't miss out. Drop a like before you go. We'll see you again very soon for another Sports IQ Showdown quiz battle.